Faith tested. I am one of those who would rather sink with faith than swim without it. Stanley Baldwin, British Prime Minister. What if you're living by faith and yet you don't see God's promise to you fulfilled in your lifetime? Can you dare to believe He will still keep His promise, even if you don't get to see it during your time on earth? Is it possible that you might grow so intimate with God that you're able to keep loving and serving Him despite your disappointment? Habakkuk is a good teacher for us on this lesson, because it was not until the next generation that God kept His promise and punished the Babylonians. That's a long time to wait. But the Lord was still faithful. Habakkuk gives us 3 little words that we can cling to when it appears that God has not delivered on what He promised. No matter what you might be going through, never let go of these words. If you want to be able to grow closer to God, no matter what, then these are the 3 words you need to remember on your journey toward intimacy and ultimate trust and faith in Him. But the Lord. You'll find these words in Habakkuk 2:20, where the prophet, after acknowledging that he still doesn't like what's going on, says, "But the Lord is in His holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before Him." NLT, emphasis mine. The world may seem upside down, but the Lord is still there. When you have nowhere else to turn, when your own ideas and resources have evaporated, when your control over a situation is in shambles, God is still there. When your knees ache from kneeling in prayer but you can't tell if He's even listening, God is still there. No matter what happens in your life, the Lord is in His holy temple. Pray, God, will you allow me to experience your presence in new ways? Will you show me how close you are?
Then the Lord said to me, "Write my answer plainly on tablets, so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. Look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to God. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples. But soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, 'What sorrow awaits you, thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on?' Suddenly, your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and helpless. Because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly? You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger. But by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives. The very stones in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint. What sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption? Has not the Lord of Heaven's armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. For as the waters fill the sea, the earth will be filled with an awareness of the glory of the Lord. What sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk? You force your cup on them so you can gloat over their shameful nakedness. But soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Come, drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame. You cut down the forest of Lebanon, now you will be cut down. You destroyed the wild animals, so now their terror will be yours. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. What good is an idol carved by man, or a cast image that deceives you? How foolish to trust in your own creation, a God that can't even talk. What sorrow awaits you who say to wooden idols, 'Wake up and save us.' To speechless stone images you say, 'Rise up and teach us.' Can an idol tell you what to do? They may be overlaid with gold and silver, but they are lifeless inside. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him.
But God is so rich in mercy, and he loved us so much, that even though we were dead because of our sins, he gave us life when he raised Christ from the dead. It is only by God's grace that you have been saved.
My health may fail and my spirit may grow weak, but God remains the strength of my heart. He is mine forever. Jesus looked at them intently and said, Humanly speaking, it is impossible. But with God, everything is possible.